Training your pet to do simple tricks like sit, roll over, or stay is challenging enough. Now imagine trying to train a blind dog. Wendy Mah takes on that challenge.
Actually, when we went to pick her up, we thought it was a big mistake because she was just, I don't know, I guess the best way to describe her is neurotic or nervous or, oh, this might not be a good thing.
When I first heard about Daisy, her owner called me to let me know that she had taken on the responsibility of a blind dog. Hi Violet.
When I met with Wendy and I started asking her about having a dog with a disability and that she was blind.
And I told her that I really thought that what would be best is that she bring her to class. She still needs to know how to deal with dogs and people and different environments. And so the owner put a lot of trust in me and she came to class.
In the course of this 6 weeks, they'll get better.
When I took her to the first class, I was with my son. Daisy starts screaming like we never, I mean, it wasn't just a scream, it was just crying. And so my son just picked her right away and he's looking at me and he said, not a good idea.
The first challenge or hurdle would be when we went to puppy class and she kind of freaked out the first time. So getting adjusted to that was really hard for me.
So the first night in class, though, was done carefully so that she didn't get any more traumatized than needed to be. The second week, I actually had her come out into the room.
I think she continues to learn off of each experience. And so when we took her to the next puppy class, her heart wasn't racing. So I thought, hey, that's a good sign. And my son thought, different dog. And subsequently, it's just been getting better. And I think, if anything, she learns differently from the other dogs because she's not sighted.
So on week 4 that we just had in her class, she's built so much confidence and trust in her owner that we can put her down on the ground. She's out with the little dogs, she's out with the big dogs. They're running around, roughhousing, they'll bump into her, and she's very confident.
After 4 weeks, I'm pretty confident that there's no reason why it couldn't work. You know, so I think I had good coaching.
Good girl. So Daisy's learned to do recalls in class, and we're going to use that same exercise, that recall, to teach her that when you are talking to her, when she follows your voice, she can trust, even in the home environment, that she's not going to bump into anything. By helping her map out the house, one, obviously she gets to learn the layout of the house, which gives her more freedom in the house. She can maneuver much more quickly and confidently through the house, but it also builds that relationship between Daisy and her owner, that trust relationship.
I noticed that more so with Daisy and my mom than any other dog with my mom. She's much more verbal and talks to her a lot and tries to let her know what certain sounds are and tries to stimulate her, I guess, mind through verbal communication since she can't see. So I think it's a pretty intimate relationship because they have to be so close and trusting in each other.
It's really giving the owner a much deeper sense of what it means to have a relationship with a dog. And thus, Daisy is bonding even stronger to her owner than some of her other previous dogs, and she's had some awesome relationships with her other dogs. So my role in this relationship between Daisy and her owner is not so much hands-on, this is how you get her to sit and this is how you get her to come, which definitely Daisy needs to do, and we are helping her with that, but it's having the support behind her. Our biggest challenge that we face with Daisy is building her confidence and her trust in the world because she can't see it. She can hear it, she can touch it, she can smell it, but she can't see it. So sometimes things startle her. Daisy's come so far in a relatively short period of time. She's coming up for her very last vaccination, and so Daisy is ready for her first excursion out into the big world. So socialization is not just having doggies run around in a dog park or in a class, an obedience class. It's about the dogs learning how to deal with the Harley Davidson going by and the woogity shopping cart noise. If you don't take your dog out, if you don't expose them to these things, they can get very skittish, jumpy, even snappy. People don't realize that she's blind, and she's very cute. And if she doesn't start to get out and have people coming up and touching her, she can get very skittish about an unexpected touch. As an older dog, she might snap, don't do that. But if she's exposed since she's been a puppy, that it's nothing bad, it doesn't hurt, the owner's not gonna have to deal with, oh, don't touch my dog, she bites. Daisy's had a great experience on her first outing, which is our biggest hurdle since she's finished her vaccination. She's got much more to learn about, but she's on a good path, and with her owner by her side, she's well on her way to being just the most adorable, well-adjusted dog out there.
I think she has a lot to learn. I got a lot to learn from her. She's got a lot to learn from Wendy. I've got a lot to learn from Wendy. And so yeah, I think I have the time in my life right now to really care for her. And to think that, you know, a blind puppy or a dog with a disability could just be discarded, you know, is something absurd to me now.